Hi, my name is Christina Fennell. We are part of the team Digby of the Simulation 07. And my main role was kind of the managerial role, getting everyone together and discussing when we were going to meet up, discuss our options and our decisions, and do all our teamwork together. I also um, did the rounds round submissions with the help of my teammates. Now we go to Sinky.
Hello, I'm K. Brown, and my role of this was to just pretty much check on everybody, make sure that we all are on the same page. I will help out with everybody when it comes to making decisions, doing our debriefs and other analysis and stuff like that. And now we go to Alex.
Alex Barchi, I looked at a lot of our marketing decisions in deciding what products we actually needed, what we wanted to do with the products, and if there were any things that we should drop or so. I'm going to pass off to Caitlin.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Catinas. My role within the company, I was a general team member. I helped with really anything that people needed help with, and I also helped to organize and lead the writing assignments, such as the memo.
All right.
So I guess we can get into the discussion then. So our company, in the beginning, we started off not doing well at all, but throughout time, we have started to increase, and round 7 has been our most successful round so far. Some specific things to talk about that show our improvement. Our stock market share, for example, round 0 to 1, we started out with a decent stock price. Round 2 to 3, we ended up decreasing. Then we went up in round 4, and we dropped again in round 5. And then through 6 to 7, we actually increased. And then that also compares with the results from our profits. So round 1, we started out decent, same as every other, round 0, we started out decent, same as every other company. And we ended up decreasing round 1, losing about $300. And round 5, we were still decreasing, but through round 6 and 7, we made the right decisions and ended up with a profit of $9,000.
Right. And to go with that, the reason in why we did poorly in rounds, rounds 2, 4, and 5, or 2, 3, and 5 were because we just did not have enough money. We were trying to add another product that was just taking up money and not going. It would never really be anything. It was kind of a money hole. And Alex gave us some advice in saying that we should drop it. Alex, if you want to talk about why you suggested we drop it.
Yeah, so our third product, I had noticed we were putting all this money into it, and we really weren't able to produce any of it. So it really wound up being a sunk cost, and it kept bringing our profits down. So I figured if we can't really do anything with it, we should probably drop it. If we could have produced some, it probably would have helped, but with the way it was going, it wasn't really working out. So we just made the decision to drop it.
Yes. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Once we did drop it, we ended up being able to put more money towards our 2 products, which in turn turned us from a triple C S&P to a double B, which was great. It was a great turnover. Our stock prices increased. We got some profitability. We didn't have to take any more emergency loans out. So yes, that was a good thing. And if we want to go into our successes and challenges, our successes would have to be done. So our successes would be our first product, which was Digby. Dunbar, I believe. And that one, in the beginning, we had a bunch of market share for it. Everyone really liked that product in the beginning because we had a lot of, or it was a very good product, very reliable product, and the market price was lower than everyone else's in the beginning. Challenges, again, were money problems and the need for emergency loans in round 5 and 6. And we also had some problems with contribution margin, but once Cinque and Alex started helping a lot with TQM, and we were able to invest in TQM, we had a lot of product. You guys want to talk about TQM real quick?
So with TQM, really, we found a lot of ways to help decrease our administrative costs, our labor costs, and our product costs. And we also found ways to increase our demand. So it really helped us a lot in the long run. It was a way that we could invest a little bit less money than we would directly while still making a good impact on our company.
As you can see here, we invested a little under $7,000 into this, and we got pretty good percentages of impact for our products. Our best one was reduction in admin costs. We had 59.13%, which was amazing for us. And let's move to our analysis. So we can go to the round analysis. This round, we had our best round analysis we've ever had. We had a total of 5 stars, which was amazing. Our profits were well over $9 million, and our contribution margin was wonderfully at 36%. No, our contribution margin was in the 40s, I do believe. It doesn't exactly say it right here, I don't believe. Oh, it was at 36.1%. And that was great for us because that was the highest we had ever gotten. In the past, we have gotten 1 star, maybe 2 stars, sometimes 4 or 3, but 5 stars, this was our first time, which was really exciting for us. We did not have to take out an emergency loan, and we didn't have too much leftover inventory, and our stock prices sold at $12.99, which was great. And we can move into the analysis report. Someone can talk about that if they'd like to.
Okay, so during our 7 rounds that we've done so far, we haven't done too good, but in round 5, that was our worst round. And we have a total of 40.2 points, with points from 4.6 points in financial. International business is 17.1. The customer was 13.7, and our learning and growth was 4.8. But in round 7, we turned things around a little bit, started to do a little better. We improved our financials to 12.3 out of 25. Our international business was our best category in the scorecard, which was a 23.3 out of 25. And the customer was a 14 out of 25. And we improved our learning and growth to 14.5. And this is just like a total like points of 64 out of 100, which is a lot better than what we've done in the previous rounds.
Thank you. And going off of that, we'd like to just give a report and a once over and see our profits, did increase from last time, which you can't really see, but we did increase quite a bit. We were in a hole last round, and this round we were over. We had a profit of a little over $9 million, which was great. And again, cumulative profit, not great, not as great as the other teams, but decent amount for how we've been in the ruts lately. And as you can see, our ROE, ROA, and our ROS increased a little bit, and our leverage was decent. But other than that, I will talk about what I learned in this process. For me, I learned how to calculate R&D, and I also learned how to kind of read over things, and I learned a little bit more about what things meant in the simulation. I dealt a little bit more with accounting, looking at income statements and seeing how I could help our team profit. And I kind of did a lot of out of the box thinking with trying to figure out how I would get our company out of the ruts and how we could all help each other and getting our company out of debt. So now to Alex.
So what I've learned, there's definitely a lot more components to managing a business than you would imagine. Just you'd think a lot of this stuff would be a lot more simplistic. It's really not. I mean, there's a lot of things to look at, like, managing different parts of your marketing, trying to set up a sales budget and stuff. It's not as easy as you'd think, is not as easy as classes make it sound. So having a simulation like this is a good experience. It kind of teaches you that it's really not what you expect. Like, you already know that it's gonna be difficult, but like, it's a lot more work than you'd imagine. So I'll pass off this, Sinke.
I've learned that there's a lot to put into for this, and I've learned that like costs and stuff like that, like material costs, labor costs, stuff like that, you don't really realize like how much we're putting into it until like you start decreasing those and you see like how much that makes a difference. So the TQM really helped me to understand that like by doing this, we're saving like a lot of money, which overall that kind of helps us with our problem of not having enough money. And I'm going to pass it off to Caitlin.
Like what Alex said, it is extremely surprising how much stuff goes into running a company and making products and putting them out on the market. But one specific thing I learned about contribution margin is that it does need to be more than 30, and anything below 30 is not good at all.
Alrighty, thank you guys. This was our group Digby from Simulation 07, going off of our accounting 2220 class over Capsim. Thank you.